Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paperboy, and it's another top 10 video. Today we're doing top 10 Gone with the Wind. Classic movie. Coming in at number 10. Those of you who don't know, I go on eBay. It's the last 15 or 30 days, whatever it is. I do them in order, and I don't repeat. By that I mean if I'm doing a cookie jar here first, if the top 4 items are all cookie jars, I'm doing 4 straight cookie jars. I do like to mix it up a little bit to give you a wider variety of things. Number 10, Rhett Butler, Gone with the Wind, Cookie Jar. Incredible. Only number 4 of 100, 1999. Limited edition over here, sold for $500 over here on this over here. Just the only question I have, which I'm not seeing, is whether it came in a box originally or not. Shipping this would be what would scare me. I don't do glassware. I tend to do paper. But still, $500 for this, I'd figure out how to ship it. Coming up next, number 9, GWTW, Gone with the Wind, official limited edition foil screen print, not Mondo. In case you were wondering if it's Mondo or not, it's not. $650 on this. Gentleman mentioned he had gotten the archives or purchased some of the archives of that company, the GWTW, which is where he had this from. He sold another very similar one for about the same price as well. Neat little item over there. Surprisingly, spoiler alert, I didn't find any original movie posters or even the re-release movie posters in the top 10. They just didn't sell this past week, or past month. So kind of interesting. 15-inch Franklin Mint, Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara, doll, trunk, clothing set, number B. Is that really a number? Sold for $650 here. Really interesting there with all of those clothes and all that. Nice little box that came in as well. One of those things, the only concern that I would have when trying to sell this, if I sourced it, is how complete it is. You definitely need to have some kind of a master list as what's supposed to be there, because you see all these small little parts. It'd be so easy for something or other to get lost. Obviously, so many possibilities for things to get lost. Obviously, sealed would be much better, because then you don't worry about it. Coming in at number 7, Toner, Gone with the Wind, Scarlet, Christmas 1863, complete, limited edition of $849. This was the highest price ones. Others sold for about $600. Just a nice little piece over here if you happen to see it out there. Does sell for that regularly, just to let you know. So keep your eyes open for that. Gone with the Wind, first edition with printed signatures, $1,075. Now this was an interesting one over here. He put this over here. It said first session, hardcover Gone with the Wind with original signatures. Then he said they look like printed signatures inside. Now I don't want to tell anybody how to do their business, but this would be one of those. He said down below these do look printed. I would go. This is worth it to find one of those companies, JSA or PSA or a company like that that's in your area, and take it by and have them look at it. For the cost of the grading, they can tell you whether it's real or not in their opinion. And if they come out and say, no, those are definitely printed, money well spent, because if these signatures are actually original, worth well more than $1,075. The other side of it, though, is, and again, don't want to say anything about the gentleman's listing, he may know they're printed, and he said, I'm not sure if it's printed, it looks like it. So he may just be kind of covering his bases on that as well. But if you think there's any chance at all it's signed, and you can usually have a general idea by the impressions on the back of the page, somebody there would have printed a little bit, would have signed their name a little bit heavier than somebody else, and you kind of see the impressions in the back, or you'd see a little bit of bleed through. There are a lot of different ways to figure out if something is signed or not. You also can grab a loop and look under the loop to kind of take a look at it also. But if you do have questions in a book like this and you say that could be real signatures, well worth getting graded, just because of that, or having them say they're real. Gone with the Wind, Harold Rome, 1973, pre-Broadway play script, Scarlet musical, $1,180. And as he mentioned down below, this isn't a playbill or anything like this. This was actually the script that they worked off of, which is really cool. $1,080 on that over there. Awesome looking item. Doesn't look like much either. If you saw that sitting out somewhere or other, definitely open stuff up to find out what it is. Hallmark 2020 Gone with the Wind Scarlett O'Hara Keepsake Ornament Unreleased. $1,300, and another one sold for about the same price over there. You're probably not going to find this out there, given that it wasn't regularly released. Keep your eyes open for $1,300. Good to know that that's a rare ornament. Margaret Mitchell, Gone with the Wind, first edition, 1936. Published June 1936. So as he noted down below, and he's a book dealer, he listed down below that it is a first edition second print. And we're going to talk about how in a moment you know that. A lot of people look at it and say, oh, published June 1936 is the only thing. The first print was actually published in May 1936, and we're going to see that coming up in a future, a couple of items from now, where it notes May 1936. So if it says June, it is the second print. When you do see the print line on Gone with the Wind, add 1 to it. It is essentially what it is, unless it says May. They published it like 3 times in June 36 and all that kind of thing. It's a very convoluted publishing history, just to let you know. This is awesome. Number 2 highest selling item, $32.23.45. 19 bids. Gone with the Wind, signed Margaret Mitchell, Japan edition, 3-volume set, Civil War. And this 1938 on this. And look at that signature right there. How awesome is that? This has to be one of the rarer books out there. The Japanese release of it, 1938. And with her signed on there, super, super rare item. $3,200. Just an awesome item. And the number 1 item of the week, $3,405. Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. First edition, first state, in facsimile DJ. When you look over here, we talked earlier, it said June. This here says May 1936. So that is indeed the first. Now, the facsimile DJ did help this. Other people were selling ones that said May, not in as nice a shape, but they were getting $500-600 for it. He got $3,400 out of it. I think it also helped that he's a rare book dealer. So people will buy and pay more from a rare book dealer, knowing that he knows what he's talking about, as opposed to somebody else who just puts it up as, oh, it's a first print. Do they really know? Do they really understand? Whereas this gentleman, makes a living out of selling rare books. He knows. Got some bonus items for you over here. Gone with the Wind, Walter Plunkett signed a limited edition portfolio. Went for about $350. Really cool there. Shows all the various designs from it. And again, it's signed right over there. So an awesome, awesome item. Keep your eyes for it out there. Gone with the Wind, May 1936. And this was an example here I wanted to use. $600 on this over here. And as you look right there, published May 1936. So he got $600, and the rare book dealer got $3,400. And that doesn't mean it's got the little fraying at the spine extremities and the like, but it's really not a bad condition one. And it's got a little tear up there. Still not a terrible, terrible book. Kind of interesting. Margaret Mitchell, letter signed, wins Pulitzer Prize for Gone with the Wind. Didn't mention any of that there, but okay. $1,031 just for her signature there. So that is a pretty cool little item right over there. And also interesting, she signed it with her last name, Marsh, as well. One of those that you might see this out there, not know that's her last name, and not think twice about it because, think Mitchell's her middle name or something. Nope, that's her last name. This is a little bonus item here. Empire Strikes Back, Gone with the Wind style art. I never put 2 and 2 together. I never realized that was an homage to Gone with the Wind. $800 on that. Not that that matters. It obviously sold because of the Star Wars, but I never realized that was an homage. I learn something new every day. First edition Ernest Hemingway, Green Hills of Africa, Scribner's 1935 Gone with the Wind. And you're saying, what is he talking about, Gone with the Wind? Turns out, in one of these pictures over here, is a book plate from somebody from Gone with the Wind. Is that I don't know, somewhere there is a book plate. They mentioned, there it is. They mention it as well. There it is. The Susan Myrick had association with Gone with the Wind. So kind of cool to have her original book. But again, this person did the work to know that, and then to note that, oh yeah, Gone with the Wind, and know enough to put that in the listing as well. And finally, a rare, beautiful, original, gold-gilded Griffin's Gone with the Wind oil lamp. That's what these are called, just because of the movie and because of their appearance in the movie. Doesn't actually have any association with the movie per se. It's not licensed or anything at all like that. But just for you to know, when somebody's talking about a Gone with the Wind style lamp, this is what they're talking about. So, and they go for really, really good money as well. And well, they should. I mean, that's got a lot of areas where it could definitely break at. So, really, really neat item right over there as well. Do check us out every Tuesday for yet another top 10 video. And do hit the like button if you could. We will see you next video.